What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome to the final episode in today's Path to Power 3-pack. Before we get into this episode, if you guys are looking for any MSP or PSN cards, make sure to check out thegamekeys.co.uk. Or if FIFA coins are more your thing, check out justfifacoins.com. You can use the code Japes to get yourself a 5% discount on their instant delivery. So we are back at it. There was also an episode of Underdog, and that's why it's a Super Sunday. It's a 3-pack of Path to Power and a little spice of something else. But I wanted to go ham for you guys this week, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. But we're rolling, and we had to do a little bit of replacing. Mesut Ozil was out for 2 games with an injury, which was sad. So I decided he was a crucial member of the squad, so I decided to go out and pick up a healing card, and it cost me like 750 coins, which is more than I wanted to say. Now, I should have been more disciplined right here, and this is really frustrating. You're going to see in this game. This guy was playing with a guest, and I didn't even get the chance to see whether or not he had a guest because he'd ready it up so quickly. He's using 6 Chem Doumbia. Really, and this squad... The squad he's using with the guest, his tactic legitimately was as soon as they won the ball back, and they were quite competent defenders, both really good at pressuring, forcing me into difficult areas. I did start well, though, and you can see it right here. Jack Wilshere, yet another goal for us, but his game plan was to win the ball back. One of them that didn't have the ball would switch to one of the wingers or the striker and hit sprint and run straight for the goal, and the other one would just hit an over-the-top through ball. And it was stupidly difficult to defend. I mean, ridiculously difficult to defend. And really quite frustrating. But I make a terrible error here. I thought I charged up X all the way, and I could get it back to Koscielny from Mustafi right there on that throw. And it was not the case. And he gets a free goal, 1-1, or they get a free goal. You can see the other one sprinting forward and making the run at full pace. It's just... Defending against 2 people is way more difficult than defending against 1 player. And if they're good defenders as well, you'll see they cover, like one of them steps and the other one instantly runs a guy back to cover the space, which makes it really quite challenging. And I have to do a fantastic job to break down the defense. I wish there was a 2v2 seasons mode in Ultimate Team. I think that would be really cool and really fun, where you could choose to use... you know, either your team or your buddy's team, whoever you're playing with, and match up against other people that are rolling with the 2v2 squads. So something like that in the future could be an amazing addition to Ultimate Team that might really spice things up. But right here, again, error out of the goal, or error kicking it out off the goal kick. He runs straight through my defense with 6 Chem Doumbia. They win the ball back, through ball, and just like that, I have lost this game. Really frustrating because I was on such a roll with this team, and that doesn't change the fact of how I feel about this team. I still feel like this is a pretty darn good side, and I just showed this to show that I had a chance, but I panicked in the box right there. If I'd taken a touch, no doubt in my mind I slot that into the corner and save a point out of this one. I still had 60% possession, but it was no match for the tandem or the 2-man ability to just counter attack like it was nothing. Nonetheless, though, we do have an injury, and it's Mesut Ozil. He's only out for 1 game this time, and I thought, okay, just 1 game. What I should have done is gone to play a single match. That probably would have been the better idea, but I moved things around a little bit. Kevin De Bruyne's going to keep 9 Chem, even moving him over to the right, and I went out to pick up another Bundesliga attacking midfielder, and I thought, who to get? Firmino, Mkhitaryan, Shinji Kagawa, loads of options of players. And then I thought, you know who I haven't actually used that I've been meaning to try out this year? The young Max Meyer, the wonder kid from Schalke. He only goes for 350 coins by now, but I wanted to give him a shot and test him out because he is one of those players on career mode that I go after time and time again. So I went out and I bought him. Some pretty decent stats, and overall for 350 coins, really not a bad player. He's not an amazing player. He didn't have a ridiculous impact on this next game that we're going to get into, but for 350 coins as a good fills player or a good squad rotational player, maybe just someone to throw in there, really pretty reliable. As his ball control is good, his pace is fine, and his passing is actually quite decent. So we're eventually going to find a match, and this matchmaking stuff gets so frustrating. Leave a comment and let me know if you guys have the same issues that I do, where it takes like ages for you to find a match with a good connection sometimes. and it just wears on you. But eventually I found one against Even Ghost, and I saw this squad and I thought, all right, this guy is going to be a pretty darn good player. Turkish League, Saudi League hybrid squad. He's got the informed Wesley Sneijder up there. My first time I'll have played against him. But the rest of the squad, it's really a cool squad. It is. And I looked at it and I thought, yeah, I'd be interested in making a squad like this. But nice bit of work here from El Kabir, who looks to be a really, really good silver again. And a player that I'm definitely going to have to pick out. But Wesley Sneijder, no mistake about it. Just pops it into the far corner like it's nothing. So 1-0 down in the 38th, though. We're on the attack. A little bit of a countering chance right here, and it's Wilshere kind of leading the charge, but I didn't want to rush anything forward. I didn't want to force it. It is Bender up front, and he's not going to outrun anybody. But back to Wilshere inside of Mario Götze. A little bit of a stutter step. It was not meant to be on that shot, but Max Meyer doing a bit of work, winning it back nicely. Inside pass, Jack Wilshere again in a wonderful spot. Finds Philip Lahm, and even Big Philly style getting on the score sheet right there. 1-1, 41st minute. We have pulled it back, thank goodness. I was a little bit... I probably should have taken a break after the game before this rather than going right in during this recording session. Because sometimes when I get really frustrated or lose a really frustrating game, I should really take a step back and... go into the next match with a clear mind. I'm sure you guys know exactly how that feels as well, but it's 82nd minute now, and I give him all too much free space with Neves right there, who I think is an attacking midfielder default, but he moved him to striker, and it worked out a-okay for him. So he gets a goal back, and I thought I just lost another game. Just beyond frustration. 85th minute, out wide to Debussy, getting forward nicely in the attack. And it's again Jack Wilshere picking the ball up in a good area around the box and able to find a pass to Nick Bender, who's dropped in looking for some free space, getting some touches in. Bender finds a wonderful pass to Mario Götze, makes no mistake about it this time, making up for his mistake at the end of the last game. This time, rather than finessing it, I went for power, and just there's the extra touch that we didn't have in the last game. If we'd taken that touch, probably would have scored that goal and we'd have that. Oh, it's so frustrating. But there's a hero, Nick Bender, and I went for a pretty cheeky pass there. I don't know if he was quite ready for that pass, but it falls to Mario Götze, who this time is the hero, not just saving us a point, getting us all three in this one. I was all smiles after this. It was a little bit fortunate, but sometimes that's just the way, that's just the way it's got to go, and you got to get a little bit lucky. I've gotten a few questions at Japes. How can you make this squad cheaper? Obviously, you can get the non-informed versions of a lot of these guys. You can swap out Philip Lahm for any German center defensive mids, Sven Bender, Lars Bender, loads of options. Put Gonzalo Castro in there, who's a CM, but a really, really good non-rare player. You can also swap out Ozil pretty easily. So there's plenty of options for what you can do to make this a cheaper all-around squad. But that is where we're going to come to a close of this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy the Super Sunday filled with a 3-pack and an episode of Underdog, and I had a grand old time making it for you. I want to say thank you to all those of you that dropped likes and comments, or dropped likes, made comments on the videos. That actually makes the world of difference for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. We'll be back with some uploads coming up this week, back streaming tomorrow on Monday. Thank you all very much for watching. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.